Bufo alvaris, a species which secretes a psychoactive compound. Properly altered, it is an hallucinogen, very powerful one, but unlike anything I have taken. It directly affects the amygdala, which is the fear center of the brain. Potential for destruction in each of us is infinite.
This wasteland's making a waste of a man in a landscape with no escape from the burning sand, crumbling beneath my feet. From where I stand, it's looking bleak. We had a feast, an option for peace, sweet release from the beast that enslaved us. Solana saved us, it made us. Never would it fade us, it raised us from the dust to a multitude of slaves, once freed by the blockchain and slain by our own kind. Gracefully blind and inclined to recline while the world declines. Now it's too late. We knew this day would come, but stayed under the gun. Do you remember the sun? It's never coming back. Now it's acid rain. The pain withers a frame, remained drained of energy as we face our enemies at the gates. Make mistakes and recipes in the race to immortalization. Border than apes, but now the borders have changed us. Science can be dangerous, like playing with some razors, so praise us. Hafe grooving within Zeno, scribbled down some notes while partaking in Supremo. That's how we roll. Trading views with lab coats, we shuffle through the roaches with powder in our noses like Moses. Parting the sea and sealing all the doors from eternal sky. Rivers with shutters and blinds drawn, all of our minds gone. Designing a line of robots in a frame of mind that's constricted like a python. Trying to preserve the memories of peace and good times. Summer breezes, autumn trees and fallen leaves. All of these with good reasons and intentions, but under stress and tension, and afraid to ask the question. What if we preserve our lives instead of idly sitting by and dying? It's worth trying. He's not lying, it was decided. King Keeks grinding his teeth to dreams of our survival. Quickly we divided our supplies and created beds of cryo. Blueprints drawn by Designical, the architect advisors, and happy little surprises to guide us. Eye on the prize, he advised us it's best to leave a note for early risers. Tether our horizon, now we vibing. Kenzo formulating sedatives with alchemy, calculating methods for resting, no less than sound asleep. Hal setting feeding tubes and calibrating recipes. Now it's time to climb inside, align our destinies. Alex checking the tech with executive vision. The blink of an eye, another decade behind us. Like bricks to the face, shit taste laying waste in my mouth. I spit it out, tasting rotten sewage. Shattered through the glass, vomit in the cryo fluid. Memory is shaky and I'm slowly coming to when I hear another scream and it puts me in the fetal. My cerebral feeling needles, dip my keys into a kilo and I snap too. Akaroon, is that you? What the fuck happened? How we end up in this room? Ears bleeding, the fears leading emotions with no motor skills. Groping for pills, I'm about to roll up a bill. Putting drugs over food, we all bloody and bruised. Looking for clues, gentle monkey started waking the crew. Bracing ourselves, open the doors to a world of war cries, watching terrorized victims, feeling like we woke up in a prison. A new world has risen. How could this have happened when we had a pure vision? A mafia comprised of the robots we gave life to, are taking lives of people that are pleading for survival. With the sickness of a psycho, like a nightmare from the Bible, is primal. They're everywhere that I go in high dose. Uzi gun and mutants down, sound turning slow-mo. Reload, standing ground, rounds drop like Plinko. Cronenberg's running through the burbs, no longer people. Resident Evil, the sequel, they devolve into fecal. And I can see them wearing serpents and turbans over chemical burns, forming a herd, the horde born to converge. Wearing tweeting little birds, some with UFO excursions. Crowns, rats and dragons, hazard waste, 3D glasses. Fish tanks of radiation, Yetis getting baked with some test tube patience. Tokyo angels with puking rainbows till it's fatal, like stepping on some Legos or drowning in some Play-Doh. Somehow, it's even worse than how it sounds. And now we're surrounded, we're all going down, and we in a death spiral, feeling suicidal while being torn to bits by a swarm of all our rivals. Lights out, never be myself again. Then I hear the words whispered, once you're in, you're in.
Of course, you'd have to have the late base of your skull whilst immersed without clothing in the old tank. You must adjust the way you consider communications. Ideas can be absorbed through osmosis.